What? Hey folks, happy spooky season. This is a reaction video. This is my first one I've ever done, but ever since Hereditary came out, people have been telling me I need to see this movie, both as someone who loves to watch movies and someone who loves to make movies. So let's dive in. Here we go. Let's count it down. 3, 2, 1, Toni Collette. Starting with an obituary. And this music. Well, this is certainly a horror movie. Man, I love this shot. I really like frames within frames. It's kind of it's like a slightly unsteady pan on a tripod. That's interesting. It's like a kind of like a stutter start. You can see a little bit of like, it's quicker and then it's slower, quicker and then it's slower. It's subtle, but it's there. I wonder how much of little houses or constructions we're going to see throughout this movie. Because we had that tree house in the beginning and now we have all this physical evidence of doll houses, model homes. Okay, that's really cool. What a great transition. Okay, so it seems like we're going to a funeral, both from the obituary that just came up and the fact that we've got characters dressed in black. Oh, she's in the treehouse.
Come on.
That's cool. It's a nice treehouse.
It was freezing last.
The score and sound design are doing a lot of work here.
It honestly feels like a betrayal just to be standing here talking about her.
I love Toni Collette. She's awesome.
Sweetest, warmest, most loving person in the world. She was also incredibly stubborn, which maybe explains me.
I knew that necklace was going to come into play.
You could
Both
always
have
count
it.
on her to always have the answer.
Sure, yeah. Bring your own concessions to a funeral. I honestly think that's a little comical if the undertone of this movie wasn't so sinister. If the dog dies, I swear to God. Okay. Now we have some connection to all the miniatureness of things. There's a lot of art in the house. The miniatures, her drawings, the son's music. I love a good slow dolly in during a really emotional moment. Kind of draws you in. Makes you try to think or feel whatever the character is feeling or thinking. It's just a subtle thing that, you know, a static shot might not do as well. Oh, hello, Ghost Mom. That's not creepy at all. I love that. That's great. These just like subtle scares, you know? Like where things are just lingering and they're not like, gah! That's an odd one. So what I'm getting is Toni Collette's character is not sure whether to feel the emotion of grief or create distance. Birds flying into windows is never a good omen for any movie.
I think it's more tragic because if it's all just inevitable, then that means that the characters had no hope. They never had hope because they're all just like hopeless. They're all like pawns in this horrible, hopeless machine.
That's interesting to hear that without seeing who's saying it. It's almost like a narration. Like whatever characters we are seeing, we are supposed to determine that they are hopeless. Okay. I mean, Bird's already dead. I guess that's all right. Now she's just gonna leave a headless bird on the shrub for someone else to find. Is that supposed to be Grandma? Of a creepy finger wave. All right, Mom's making sure she's not crazy. Oh, what? That is some detail.
Door was open.
Okay, she was staying in there. All right.
What does that mean? Desecrated.
Yeah. Looks like she's got secrets too.
And she didn't have an easy life. She had DID, which became extreme at the end,
Interesting. Okay.
and dementia. And my father died when I was a baby from starvation because he had psychotic depression. Or not that I'm to blame, but I am blamed.
And what do you think you feel blamed for?
I don't know.
Toni Collette just doing a masterclass in acting right there. Sheesh. Break your dick. What the fuck? Oh, that's a dope shot. That looks like a miniature. That's really cool. Could very well have actually been a miniature shot. Just very curious to see where we're going with like this miniature motif, lens, theme, whatever you want to call it.
Some kind of idiot. You can't roam around with no shoes and no coat.
Okay, maybe don't call your kid an idiot, but
Oh, what? You're angry with me now?
no judgment. Okay, same symbol as the necklace. Interesting. Kind of like random place to put imagery. I wonder if it's like a signature or something. That girl was vigorously shopping nuts for some reason.
Oh, hi.
How's the party?
I love awkward teenage party conversation.
Nothing to smoke at all?
They were literally chopping nuts. Like, this doesn't feel like a good idea. We've established she has a nut allergy. We see a shot of someone chopping up walnuts very vigorously.
Is your sister hot?
What? Well, how this is tense for a completely, totally different reason. At least he's taking care of her. Like, my logic brain is telling me that if she has a known nut allergy and sometimes she'll just eat things without knowing what's in them, that she should have an EpiPen, but I know that... Oh. What? What the fuck? God. I feel bad for laughing. That's like a Final Destination type of death. What are you gonna do, Peter? Why are we driving away? And we're going home. Again, I do love every chance they're taking to frame objects or people like they're miniatures. I think it's really cool. This dude's just going to bed. All right, man. Okay, where is Charlie? Is Charlie in the backseat of the car? Is Charlie on the side of the road? We're about to find out. Yep, there it is. That is graphic. About almost 40 minutes in. I don't know what from a narrative structure, I'm not quite sure what that is. If that's like an inciting incident or if just a complication that is happening within the first act, or if we're in the second, I don't know. This could be a 5 acts, I don't know. Okay, it's the second scrawled word we've seen on wallpaper. It's actually kind of interesting. It's like we almost immediately think of it that it might be Sinister, just a red light, but it's just the color of a space heater. I don't think it's coincidence. I think that's planned, but just an interesting observation, I thought. Showing that rearview mirror is like a cool way to have someone live through or think about the previous trauma. Ari Aster's films tend to be lumped into a category of like vibes where everything's just kind of like playing out with a very specific tone. But actually what I'm noticing is that it has really good pacing. I mean, things are still kind of like slow, methodical, but there's definitely dynamics in pacing to keep things from being the same throughout. I mean, the scene right before Charlie dies, like it's an intense scene, rapid cutting, and then it's been playing out kind of in these slow camera movements, long takes since then and before then. So there's a little bit of something different to block things up. Oh, Tony Collette said, "Fuck grief counseling."
I'm so sorry to chase you down.
I love her. I love this actress.
Coming in or? No, I just I forgot something.
And Dowd is so good.
Hey, sorry. I can't. I really did forget something. My son died. Oh. I'm so sorry. How old was yours?
I think we're getting dangerously close to
Has helped.
trauma porn.
Make it easier, obviously.
Man, Toni Collette is so good in this movie. The way she's writing this line of wanting to just be over shit and also willing to
Hey.
accept enough help to like at least entertain the thought of it.
At the movies.
Go to the movies a lot.
Fuck a movie.
It's like the telltale heart. But the telltale tongue, click, mouth, whatever. Man, if you didn't think it was possible to make an empty chair look creepy, that's a really good example of it. So this is either a way of... That was really great dialogue. Now we're lingering on this shot for reasons. Our unease wants us to go toward the left side of the frame. It's empty. It's intense. I do love this movie has like constant news sources of tension. Whether it's in a simmering argument, it's about to happen, or you set up this scenario where and Dowd says, "Hey, I had a medium come over. I can talk to my grandson now. Isn't it great?" That immediately, because of the tone of this movie, because what Toni Collette's character has been through, we're expecting something. Like, this is automatically tense. We were anticipating things are not going to go well. What we're going to see. I don't think they are going to go well, but let's find out.
Hi, Louie. How did you do that? Louie, I'm going to ask you some questions.
He's looking under the table.
Slide the glass to the right. Are you okay? Are you in pain?
That's really cool.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
That's really cool because it doesn't matter what the answers are. It's what matters is that it's happening.
Remember your chalkboard?
And that's why we go in on Toni Collette to see her reactions. Of course, during a seance, you have to turn the lights off, or else it doesn't work.
You want to try the deep breath. You didn't kill her, Annie.
It's an odd thing to say.
She isn't gone.
Miniatures. Love it. Toni Collette should have won an Oscar for this fucking movie. This is insane how good she's doing. Okay, so it looks like the midpoint of the movie was the seance, basically. Okay. So things should change. I mean, with a seance, anything that happens at a seance is automatically indicate change, especially if you go in not believing it's going to happen. That's a lot of ants. What? That's not good.
Mom,
Dream.
what are you doing?
Sleepwalking.
What's going on? I never wanted to be your mother.
Oh.
Why?
I was scared. However I could, I did everything they told me not to do, but it didn't
There's
work.
a lot of unburdening going on right now.
It didn't work.
You tried to kill me.
Everyone needs to sit. Come sit.
It's really bright for 1:45 in the
My
morning.
friend Joan taught me how to do this.
Okay. All right. Let's get weird. Let's get weird. He's looking under the table. That can't be good.
Hello?
Mom?
What?
Mom?
I don't like this. Dad, I don't like this.
What's happening?
Please stop.
For a decade. We
Oh, there's that light again. I saw that earlier. I wonder what that was.
1929, Wall Street had been going so well that when it finally crashed because of the
Are the lights supposed to be ghosts or something?
the federal government has
Well, that's unsettling. See, this is really fascinating because she's destroyed all of her work, but I can't tell if she's
Didn't feel like looking at it anymore.
if these are things that she's destroying that she doesn't like her own creations, or if it's just a frustration out of, oh, there's a headless body. That's fun. Yeah, I can't tell if it's just a moment of frustration. She just destroys everything, or if it's destroying what she has created. If this is echoing something that she has like kind of insinuated from the beginning. She tried to destroy before she created with Peter. I don't know. But this is all very fascinating. What a feel-good movie. I actually would love to see a letterbox list of horror movies about grief as literal hauntings. Oh, Ghost Charlie going to town. And I wonder why we didn't see what she drew earlier when Annie said that she was manifested and drew something. I also think it's really brilliant to find a very specific sound that becomes a representation of a character. And when that character passes, the echoing of that sound adds to the eeriness as if they're still around. What? Poor buddy. So she's... That was cool. I liked that. Oh, that really does make it seem like they're miniatures, like the light switch came on. I know it's unrealistic, but I love when people get confronted or they meet in person without a phone call or a text first. They just go over to someone's house. Especially in this, you know, it's a modern age. Cracks me up. I don't think Joan's okay. Ah, and there it is again. Yo, what is going on? There were those symbols again. Okay, things are getting... So is Joan a plant? Like, what's... her mom's friend who's vengeful. I don't I don't know what's going on. What the fuck? What is? Oh, those are the word. Okay, interesting. I'm very confused. What is going on? There's that symbol again. Yep, there it is. So we are... Okay, we got 30 minutes left, and now we're getting into, like, the logistics and why these things are happening. Like, it's kind of a dump, an info dump. Yep. So they're part of the same cult or some shit. Oh yeah, forgot all about that. Her grave just got desecrated. We're gonna find a dead body up there, aren't we? Man, Ari Aster loves finding weird things with flashlights in dark spaces. If you've seen Beau is Afraid, you know what I'm talking about.
So everyone feels justified.
Punishment brings wisdom. Interesting.
Commanded by the gods.
I'm very confused.
I tried to burn it. I tried, but my arm caught on fire on its own as if I was linked to it because I am linked to it. I understand this now.
This is a lot of telling. A lot of telling rather than showing. I'm not mad at it because it's, you know, kind of complicated. This is kind of complicated, like whatever they're doing. So to try and fully explain it is, I'm sure, a journey. What? What? What the fuck was that? The trailers for this movie really did a good job of hiding what this movie's actually about, which I will praise. It's hard to do that sometimes. It's just fucking hanging out in the rafters. What the fuck is this movie trying to say? Okay. What the shit? Oh, nice. That was a good jump scare. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on?
Mommy?
I have subtitles on, and it just said flesh tearing and squelching. I love seeing squelching. That's graphic. Using the necklace. I think it's the necklace with the symbol on it. What the shit is going on? What the fuck? What is this movie? It's kind of this, and then this headless motif, this recurring headless motif. Dude, Peter's been beat the fuck up. All right. I mean, if they're being literal about it, like grief makes you lose your head, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so now her spirit is in him. Charlie's spirit is in him. What is that? If that was a dog, fuck this movie. Are the naked people ghosts? I do like with the color of the different light, it kind of changed the expectation. Like before it was red and now it's kind of this warm yellow. So like, you know, something's going on, but something has changed. You're not quite sure what it is. And now this tree house is some kind of church or altar. And that's Charlie's head. Okay. With that symbol still. Birds. I like her. She has like kind of a bird motif. Okay, yeah, okay, these people were real. The naked, it's like Cult of the Headless. I don't really know what's happening. She was the head of the cult. Oh. Earlier, the imagery was like the pigeon head with the crown on it, so that's kind of coming into play here.
One of the 8 kings of hell. We have looked to the northwest and called you in. We've corrected your first female body and give you now this healthy male host.
I think directors and editors have a lot of fun when a movie ends super darkly and then the credits song is something nice and fun and jovial. That's an interesting movie. Oh my goodness. I think what starts as a really emotional and surreal look at grief kind of turns into a forced cult analogy, which is funny because the movie that Ari Aster made after this one was Midsommar, and I actually love that movie. It's really good. I don't think I'm on the same level of enjoyment as I am with that one. I think there are a lot of confusing pieces about it. Obviously, this is just my personal take on it. But I'm glad I watched this. The cinematography is so good. The composition of almost every single shot. The performances are out of this world. I think I'm just having trouble with how it all coalesces together. But man, this is his first movie, right? This is Ari Aster's first movie. Like, kudos. I can't even imagine coming up with something from start to finish like this for my first endeavor into writing and directing a feature film. Props. Initial reaction, kind of bonkers. I don't think I fully get it, but I can still really, really appreciate it. I might have some more thoughts later on in a blog post or something. But yeah, damn. Highly impressive, even if I didn't get it. Hey, thank y'all so much for watching my first reaction video. I forgot to record a call to action, so if you like this, go ahead and subscribe to the rest of the channel. Normally, this is a podcast channel where I talk to interesting people about movies and TV shows they love and what it means to them. And let me know what you thought of this reaction video. First one I've ever done. Let me know in the comments. Sorry if I sound a little funny. I'm on Novocaine right now, so half my mouth, I can't feel it. Anyway, thanks for watching.